Time. One of my fears, if not my biggest fear. Time goes on beyond life and death, but that's not exactly my fear completely. My fear is mainly being separated by time. Time traveling through me instead of me going through or with time. It doesn't really make much sense, but let me explain, I guess, or at least for the best of my abilities. I struggle a lot. I do have depression, I do have anxiety, and I often do times feel suicidal, if I'm quite honest. And if you are feeling that way as well, please, I will leave some numbers down below. Please reach out, you're not alone. And I want to say time is a consistent player in all of these things, because the amount of time I have on my hands may cause me to overthink, and it's sometimes it gets too much because it makes me get to my breaking point, which is painful because sometimes then it just makes me go into autopilot mode where I just do things just to do things, and then it's like a coping mechanism. Like, time just skips by during that. And the best example I can give you is just my life ever since COVID hit back in March 2020. Back when we were like, oh, cool, extra days off. You know, it was March break for me. And the next week, it was announced that, like, hey, you're not coming back to school yet until we figure out what the hell this coronavirus thing is. We're like, cool, 2 weeks off March break. So fun, you know? March break is technically spring break for you non-Canadians out there. And basically went from that to basically being just trapped inside, you know? And it affected me a lot. Being cooped up in a house all day, not being able to go out, not being able to see your friends, not being able to see people you usually see all day. It definitely hurt a lot. And I don't want to say it helped me, but it definitely was a key factor in helping me slip past everything and just cut off everything with everyone, because in the first place I wasn't getting the same energy I was giving to those people, but at the same time it's like I wasn't in the right headspace. I was going through a rough breakup right before COVID or during COVID. It was a very toxic relationship, and if I look at it now, I'm like, this should have ended within 3 months, but I let it go on for almost a year and a half. And so I went from cutting off everyone, and then I talked to maybe one or two, max one. She's still a good friend of mine to this day. And I'm slowly getting back into contact with everyone, slowly trying to get back into everything. And I got so deep into my own thoughts that I literally went from the start of the year, before COVID even happened. I was like, cool, everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be more lively. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna go party. I'm gonna do this. to basically just shutting down and being more closed off than ever and becoming emotionally unavailable, I guess. And I feel like that's where it first all started for me. My like getting this fear of time and having that much time on my hands as a kid who's already mentally struggling is not a good idea at all. And then I blink and the school year's over. Didn't go to a single classroom at all during the year. Emotionally drained because I kept getting into my own head and not having any contact with anyone other than like the occasional hi, hello from like teachers or like talking in the Zoom class. And then also having to figure out what I wanted to do for college or university that was a whole other challenge. And then I blink again, and that's my last school year done. Within with feeling like just a couple of minutes, but it being a whole year. It felt like nothing and everything wrong at the same time. And I didn't attend a single class in person. I did every class online. I was mentally checked out. I still pretty much have no idea what I want to do for college or university. I just took the bare bones classes. I did whatever. And fast forward to now, I'm still struggling with those same problems with friends and being like closed off and everything. But now there's also some other big boy problems that I wish I could go back in time to just live the simpler life. Because now I've dropped out of college. My parents have no idea that I've dropped out, and it's been 2 years, almost a year and a half, almost 2 years. And the fact that I originally went to school for graphic design and I switched to marketing, and then I had to drop out because of money troubles. And I still have these money issues, I won't lie. But this isn't to like ask for money, I'm just saying what's actually happening. And every time I've asked for help, like I've had to ask for help a lot, and I hate asking because I really don't like being a bother. I don't want people to like, I don't want to be a burden to people, or even like going to a food bank because I'm low on funds or don't have any at all for groceries, or even there's times where I just go hungry. I just don't eat because I start feeling insecure about myself. And needless to say, throughout all that, the consistent thing is time. How much time do I really have left to live? Even though I'm only 20. I'm turning 21 next month. I still am pretty much nowhere in my life. How much time do I have to do the things I want to do in life? Like, I want to travel sometimes. I want to go back to school. Do I have enough time to go back to school and get like a proper big boy job that everybody's talking about? Because by now everyone has theirs. and I'm still behind. Or even eventually will I go through enough time to find love or start a family? Give my kids the life that I never had. It's rough thinking about how I'm slowly running out of time. And it's also very terrifying because we only have one life, pretty much. There's no gulag. There's no clutching up. Hey, clutch with the gulag, you'll come back again. Oh, there's no fucking, or there's no $3,000 for your teammate to buy you back, like in Warzone. But jokes aside, it feels like I'm lost in my own world, but at the same time, I'm not living in it at all. And I wish I could say that I have a happy ending, or there's some sort of resolution that's happened. But the truth is, I don't know. I'm still living here, cities away from my parents, because I don't have the best relationship with them. And I genuinely don't know what's in store for me next. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to document, I guess, how I'm feeling, because I rarely talk to people. And also to vent how I'm feeling, because I really don't know what else to do. But then there's also the thing that wants me to get people to believe that they're not alone, because I'm struggling too. But you're not alone in struggling if you may be struggling. I'm just some random guy on the internet, but I'm struggling too. And I'm 20, turning 21 next month, like I said. And I'm still just as a fuck up. But eventually I hope both for anyone that's struggling and for me to find, I guess, our footing and overcome our adversities, you know? I also want to apologize if my mic quality is pretty bad. I guess I'll catch you guys in another video if I decide to make one again.
Rocket barrage Rebab. GG.